Hi, it's David here with Future Straight, and I really want to go ahead and help you guys to have context. All right, and I want to do this so that way, if you're viewing this video here, and I'm not encouraging you to go back and look at it, but there's people that view the video, and I don't want you guys to not have the context needed to understand what the comment section below the video is talking about. Everything on this channel is information to help you guys, and I do my best not to put my personal life into this at all. I try to just only give you what you need, and that's it, because being a professional is just having knowledge and of course the right etiquette. So you want to make sure you have the behavior that's associated with it, the ethical side. And I always stress to you guys in every video, I'm just looking for professional traders that want to be polite. It's not about money. And I say that. I say it quite a bit. I don't care if you make $10 or $100,000, and these are just random numbers because I can barely make $10 as a profitable trader. So I try to make sure that you understand. I just want polite people here. That's it. And so we can help one another. So my face isn't all over the videos. I'm not talking about myself a great deal. The only time I share information is so you can get a better understanding of why it is that I'm delivering content because I like to read. I like to play speed chess. So there's things that I like to do, and I'm trying to give you somewhat of a foundation to build on when it comes to being able to trust what it is that I disclose. I spend my time trying to inform myself so I can have something to give because there's 26 letters in the alphabet. We speak on the average, literally about 7,000 words a day. And so it would just be advantageous or courteous to the listeners to be able to offer them something that's of some use. So I try to just tell you, information. I give you definitions. I try to make sure that this space, trading space, has something useful. You don't need to be entertained. That's not what the channel is about. It's really not. All right. So I even try to accommodate some of the requests here via videos. I do. I take the time and I try to answer questions sometimes via videos. And I've even went as far as to make a list talking about what the channel is not really about, and that's trend failures. This is reversal stuff. Now, again, the channel is all about trend. You can see it right in the header, right up here. It's right here, trend. That's what the channel all about. Anyone that has joined the channel, and I only know one person here. I have you guys know that. I haven't told absolutely. I only know one person here. That's it, and I'll just say it that way. Now, down here at the bottom, because this individual want to make mention of education and fake, fake educators, and want to do that. Okay, well, and I tried to make mention of them because they suggested that their friend told them about me. All right. Now I think if a friend care about you, clearly they're going to only tell you something that could benefit you, right? I mean, that's kind of how friendships work. At least I think so. Now, I'm sure they wouldn't even tell you something if they didn't think you needed it. That's a whole nother topic. All right. But here I've traded all the accounts that I have. I even went and picked up some prop accounts just to prove to you guys you can do it too. Pass them in less than 30 minutes. 1,000 ticks in one trade here. Again, taking losses, going back, get the money. Almost every video you see me take losses, I go back and get the money and then some. All right. Trade it for a whole hour in front of you. Just getting in and out of trades, trying to help you better see, hey, you can do this. And I even trade what makes sense. I even tell you guys, I don't care if you make $10 or $100,000 a day. And these are just random numbers that I can barely make $10. So I try to give a realistic experience on the channel, and I don't do a bunch of live trading because my finances are personal to me, but I do show you guys examples. That's all this is, that the content actually works and I'm trading exactly what I'm telling you. There's so much more I know about trading, so much more that, you could probably stand to learn, but I know this is a great foundation and you probably wouldn't even have to go any further past what I'm telling you. And I suggest that to a lot of people that has already contacted me trying to receive education that, hey, just make sure you retain what's on the channel. Give that a try for a while because you may see that you don't need to move forward with, further education. It may suffice. I have the emails to prove that. Try to encourage people just use what's free first and see what that does. And a lot of you are letting me know that it's working. So there's proof that I'm not someone that's fake telling you stuff. I've traded in front of you. There's results here. You can see that there's a base of growing here. There's some growth here. I only know one person. So that already proves my capabilities. I'm able to tell you something that's simple, that's again useful. You can go right into the chart and spot it. It's not a whole lot of subjectivity. And again, the channel is all about trend. All right. So I want to give you some context. That's all. I want to give you some context. So now let me, because this individual decided to come to my channel. where I'm trying to help people and want to, I don't know, spark a dialogue. I don't have no problem entertaining anyone as long as it's within the scope of what makes sense. All right. But now it's starting to get to a point where it doesn't make sense. All right. Now, then I guess they took on the occasion of trying to piggyback an occasion that I was having with a different individual about audio. I shot a video trying to help you guys. And this is why I don't want to be on YouTube. I'm gonna be honest. This is the whole reason why I just really want to vacate this space, period. I've already had a company online, YouTube channels, social sites, and all that, and I got rid of it, and it was making me money. So I don't need this in that regard. I don't need this as if I'm someone that's because they kind of made mention like it bothers me that they didn't follow me. I could have cared less if I ever met you. The only reason why I think it's necessary that this happened at this point is because you're trying to make a presence inside of a community that I created to try to help people. Now, like I said, trying to take the occasion to, I guess piggyback this issue I was trying to help this young man with, which again, I just tried to help him, give him some information and told him, it's all about being polite. That's all. If you're having a problem with the audio, politely let me know. I will do whatever I can to address whatever concerns that you may have. I promise you, I'm just that kind of person. I wake up every day trying to put something in so what grows out of me could help someone else. All right, that's all. So now let's take a look at some of this information here. All right, so this young man decided, well, I don't know how old you're, but you're deciding to come to the channel and you're stating that, that you're in my head. No, actually, I didn't think that you would have the audacity to want to ask me about something that's private information. Would you go to a restaurant and if they don't tell you what ingredients they're using in the kitchen, are you going to decide not to go back there anymore? You might as well stay in the house for the rest of your life because every establishment out here that has competitors are going to keep private what makes them who they are or what they're capable of doing. They're not going to just reveal that for free. So now before I go too far, I want to tell those that's listening, this fellow decided to unfollow me on X as if I care because I just made him aware. And I'll show you guys. I made him aware that I can't tell you the logic behind why the trend works. I can't tell you that much. And all I made mention of because he said his friend suggested that he come over. And his friend, wasn't able to disclose to him the logic. And I told him, well, your friend won't be able to do it because I never told your friend, and I can't tell anyone for free. And so at that point, that's when he decided to unfollow me. Seems like an entitled individual. That's all. And so when I made the last couple videos, told people, hey, you can pick whatever number you want because I had someone unfollow me because I'm unable to disclose the the logic. And so I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want you here thinking that I'm trying to put you in a situation that won't be advantageous for you. And so I tell people you can use whatever you want. You can use whatever number you want. You want to use any kind of indicator, solely up to you. As long as you're profiting, that's all that matters. So I have an audience. I have to address the people that's already on the channel because again, I'm not thinking that anyone would be that I don't think anyone would be that kind of person, I'll say that, to feel as if they need to know all details before they can consider whether or not it's of any use. I think mass majority of the public understands that if you go and dine somewhere, you don't go behind, I guess the counter and demand to walk into the kitchen and see what it is that they're, putting in the food in order for you to even enjoy your night out. I don't think anyone in America does that. I really don't. I don't know, again, your backdrop and how people have if maybe maybe you someone that can do that, that you can go somewhere and demand that you be given all of what that you're entitled to, or otherwise you're gonna, have some kind of tantrum. All right. So I don't like to do the back and forth with people. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this so that way we can go and clarify some things. All right. So you guys can read through this really quickly here, and that way you can have an idea of what I'm really up against trying to deliver content. All right. So and again, I just went back and forth with this individual just long enough to let them see, hey, it's you that's here. And they try to make mention that they have no interest in my content. But why are you here? Why did you even follow me? If your friend outright, now here's an interesting thing down here. If your friend is going to tell you about the channel because your friend care about you, I'm sure it's for a reason. And it's not just because you just want to learn a bunch of information. Quite the opposite. I think it's quite the opposite. I think it's more in line with what I said up here. You know, I think it's more in line with that. But it's okay. I absolutely understand. So if you want to, again, you want to go about it this way, and I told you to just stop. Why don't you just stop? And you want to go as far to, you still want to keep talking to me. I'm trying to be polite. I did it right here. I wish you the best. Now let me go ahead and reveal, of course, the origin or the content of what started all of this. And you guys can read all of this. And again, at the end of everything that I'm saying to this individual, I'm trying to be as polite as I possibly can. All right. So I just have you guys know that. And I just took some snapshots and so you can understand, you know, just so you can understand. As long as you're succeeding, that is what matters right here. I'm telling them that because I know if the channel is all about trend and that's not a way that you trade, the channel would not be of any use to you. And so you're going to get upset. You're going to get upset and unfollow me because I'm not going to tell you what makes for why it works. Again, you can stay in the house the rest of your life because there's companies that their whole base of being established in society is based off the fact that they have trade secrets. They're not going to tell. Then how would their company exist? But you have to be a businessman in order to understand that. All right. But either way, I'm doing fine with my trading. I'm not here to insist that anyone change or adapt what I know. The channel is there just as your friend made you aware of. It's up to you if you want to retain the information. I wish you happy trading regardless. What's offensive about that? Now here, taking this, it's absolutely insanity for you to ask me what makes for why something works. Here we go. Last statement. But you can choose whatever number you think of. And as long as you succeed, that is all that matters. And then you unfollow me. And so I just come, of course, onto YouTube because I never thought that I'll encounter someone like yourself. And so I try to make sure that my audience here, those that have subscribed and those that can potentially come on board, not and I only made mention that I ran into someone that unfollowed me so they'll know, hey, I'm only mentioning this stuff because it actually happened. It actually happened. I'm not just randomly throwing this information out here for you guys to listen to me talk. I can't believe this happened. So I'm having to go and address a potential problem that I didn't think anyone in America could actually even think. Well, maybe you're not here. But I'm sure it kind of functions the same way across the world. I mean, global economy, I'm pretty much certain that trade secrets happen everywhere, that you have to protect what it is that you know to a certain degree. So, to all of you that have joined, I just want to let you know the context of what's going on in the message board down there. It's all centered around information. And if someone is trying to help you, just take the help. If you have absolutely no interest in learning, don't come to my space. Don't come to my space. And for those that want to learn, I hear the market should get down there to 719. And I put this out on the 13/5/28. That's in the other video. And should you want to hold on any longer without having to go and watch the other video, there's some more information down here below. All right. So I wish you guys the best with your trading. Take